Now, before we kick things off, any topics you'd like us to cover or rumors you want us to debunk? Just give us a shout, mate. Our team is here for you. All right, let's dive into the flocking frenzy, shall we? So, it seems that Aussies have decided to take their travel plans to a whole new level by flocking to a rather popular Middle Eastern city. I mean, why not swap the sunny beaches for some sandy dunes, right? It's like trading a meat pie for a kebab, both delicious, just different vibes. The land of the sausage sizzle is back in the news. Australia is abuzz with reactions to this so-called Bunnings bombshell now. What could possibly get all of us Australians riled up? Is it a new type of DIY tool that promises to revolutionize backyard projects? Or perhaps they've decided to take the iconic snags off the grill entirely. Picture this. Folks standing around the BBQ, forks in hand, aghast at the thought of no more sizzling sausages. The horror! But fear not, mates. It turns out this news is just a little shake-up in their supply chain. The world of Formula One just got a sprinkle of Hollywood magic. So, picture this. Our beloved heartthrob, Brad Pitt, finds himself on the edge of adrenaline-fueled excitement at the racetrack, only to experience a moment that could be straight out of a comedy sketch. As he takes in the roaring engines and dizzying speeds, the scene quickly escalates to a point of sheer disbelief when dear Brad suddenly swoons and faints right there in the pit lane. So, it seems the controversial misinformation bill has been scrapped. What a delightful turn of events for our good old democracy. Picture this, a bunch of lawmakers sitting around, sipping their coffees, and suddenly realizing that maybe, just maybe, tossing a blanket over all the information out there isn't the best idea. Who knew? So, instead of a world where we'd need a government-approved news guide like a travel itinerary, we've got the chance to let everyone keep their opinions. Sure, some might still believe that the Earth is flat or that drop bears are real. But hey, that's the beauty of free speech. So, we've got a dad making a heartfelt plea after a tragic methanol poisoning incident. It's a tough one, folks, but here we go. Picture this, a loving father overwhelmed by grief standing in front of the camera. He's not just sharing a personal story, he's raising awareness about the dangers lurking in our drinks. Who knew that something as innocent as a bottle could turn into a villain? This dad's message? Let's keep our eyes peeled and ensure our beverages are safe. I mean, we all love a good drink, but we don't want it to come with a side of tragedy. Do we? The perils of hydration. Who would have thought that gulping down too much water could land you in hot water? Picture this, a sunny day, you're parched, and suddenly you're chugging down water like there's no tomorrow. But hold your koala horses, folks. It turns out that drinking too much H2O can lead to an affliction known as water intoxication. Yes, that's right. You could be sipping your way to trouble faster than a kangaroo on a sugar high. So, while staying hydrated is important, moderation is key. In a surprising twist, it seems Australia has encountered a rather unusual phenomenon. A colossal heap of junk has somehow managed to tear the country apart. Now, I know what you're thinking, but worry not, dear viewers, as our resourceful Aussies are already busy piecing their land back together. You see, this isn't just any ordinary garbage. It's a unique blend of broken dreams and discarded hopes, all mashed up into one giant mess. But fear not. This nation of warriors is ready to tackle the challenge head-on, armed with nothing more than their trusty duct tape and unbreakable spirit. So, picture this. A posh, upscale Aussie steakhouse where the ambience is as rich as the marbled steaks they serve. But lo and behold, a diner's experience took a turn for the bizarre when they discovered a foul surprise lurking among their gourmet meal. Yes, folks, you heard that right. Instead of the tender cuts of beef, they found a rogue slab of something that could only be described as uninvited. So, it seems we've got ourselves a little culinary catastrophe brewing in the heart of the harbor city. Picture this. A rather alarming map has surfaced, pointing out the parts of Sydney that might just be feeling the heat a little too much. Yes, folks, it's proof that our beloved city is as cooked as a barbecue left unattended on a scorching summer day. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Now, as we ponder this mystery food item, one can't help but think of all the food fads that have come and gone. Remember kale chips? They were supposed to save the world, but look where we are now. Well, folks, it seems we've hit a little snag in the Aussie push for electric vehicles. Shame, isn't it? Now, picture this. All the bigwigs in suits gathered around, patting themselves on the back for going green, only to find out that their plan backfired like a dodgy barbecue. Instead of zipping around in shiny new EVs, Australians are left scratching their heads, wondering if they should just dust off their trusty petrol guzzlers. I mean, who wouldn't want to recharge their car while waiting for their morning coffee, right? But alas, the dream of a clean and green future has hit a pothole. So, it seems the internet is having a field day mocking the talented cast of the musical Wicked. Picture this. A bunch of superstars, dressed to the nines, belting out tunes that could make even a wallaby weep. But instead of applause, they are met with a chorus of giggles and memes popping up faster than you can say, defying gravity. Who knew that being fabulous on stage could lead to being the punchline online? Apparently, the internet has decided that critiquing their costumes is the new national sport. But hey, let's give credit where it's due. These performers are still making magic happen, despite the virtual snickering echoing through cyberspace. At the end of the day, they're up there pouring their hearts out, and that's what truly counts. So, keep singing your hearts out, wicked stars, and let the internet do its thing. It's all in good fun. And now, folks, it's time to swing over to the world of sport. Join me as we welcome the one and only, the fierce and fabulous, Suzie Tacobell. She's got her finger on the pulse of all things sporty and is ready to dish out some assumed highlights from the field. Suzie, take it away. What have you got for us today?
Welcome to Sports with me, Suzie Tacobell. We've got a real treat for you tonight, straight from the outback of Australia. I'm talking about the thrilling sport of shovel racing. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Shovel racing is a true blue Aussie phenomenon that's been making waves in the rural communities. And we're lucky enough to have the top-notch coverage for you. The competition was fierce at the annual Kookaburra Creek Shovel Racing Championships, held in the heart of the Australian bush. The crowd was on the edge of their seats as 6 fearless competitors lined up at the starting line, each armed with a trusty shovel and a whole lot of grit.
And now, folks, we're off to the skies. It's time to check in with the ever-breezy, always unpredictable, Wendy. She's our go-to gal for all things weather-related, and we know she's got some assumed forecasts that'll blow your mind. Wendy, what's the weather looking like out there? Take it away.
こんばんは、ナミビア。今日の天気を見てみましょう。ウィントフックからスタートします。現在の気温は27度 C。晴れ。南東の風が時速 18km で吹いています。スワコプムントに進むと、気温は21度 C と低く、空は曇りで、時速 10km の西からの穏やかな風が吹いています。ボルビスベイの気温は23度 C。空はほぼ晴れ。南からの風が時速 11km で吹いています。グルートフォンテインの気温は約24度 C。空は晴れ。南東から時速 10km のそよ風が吹いています。ルンドゥに向かう現在、気温は20度。空は晴れ。東からの風が時速 8km で吹いています。最後に、ケイトマンスフープでは、気温は26度。空は晴れ。南からのそよ風は時速 10km です。